Real hot girl shit. And if the beat live, you know Lil Juke made it. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body yaddy 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 yaddy.
And welcome back to another episode of Pretty Plus Size and Powerful Podcast, formerly known as Keeping It Cute Podcast. We are on episode 64.
May I ask what happened? We just wanted to change.
Rebranding. Yep.
Cool.
In case you don't know the voice, it is I, Aziza, aka Zebo, aka the Human Universe, aka your favorite fat girl. What did I say I was? Oh, and I got her in the building with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
So I don't even know why I said that, or what I said, that why we was gonna be into it. But like, what happened? Remind me, because you don't remember either.
I don't remember. I just know that this week you was just supposed to be here.
Okay, well, as long as I'm here, I might as well introduce myself. Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Mafia, aka the spoiled one, aka the real one, aka the curved queen on the runway, aka the unbothered one.
And there you have that. So, before we introduce our guest, I want y'all to, I just want to recap from last week. It was our introductory episode to 2021. We talked about, oh boy, and we talked about our intentions, for 2021. So if you have not had a chance to listen to that episode, please make sure you go back and listen. If this is your first time listening, welcome. Welcome to the family. And if you are a returning listener, what up? We missed y'all.
She missed y'all. I ain't missed y'all because I was just with y'all.
On to this phenomenal woman that we have sitting here with us.
I don't know how she not used to us by now.
Mrs. Darling.
Darling.
I've been practicing.
Did you have to get the tone? You had the tone right and everything. Like,
Yes.
It was unison. I did like that. I did enjoy that.
Darling. Because you can't be too high. You can't be too high. You can't be too low. You had it like right
the
on.
The octaves go up when she started talking. You know, right after the $100, and then the octaves go. You like,
wait! You gotta do the whole thing. Good morning. I can't do the laugh though. That'd be the part that get. Hey, it is Friday.
No. I like
Hey,
it
Friday.
is Sunday, and you know how your girl feel about a Sunday.
Listen, you see the Lord on Sunday. You hear me? Sundays used to go down before COVID, so I love a Sunday. But Sundays are my slowest day, and that's my day I get to spend with my family, so I absolutely love Sundays.
Yeah.
She just
So
called her
I
family
do.
slow if y'all ain't catch that. I got it because I throw shade on the regular.
Well, they are a little special, you know, so yeah.
We have the phenomenal Duana.
Darling.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, darlings. I am Duana Barnes, a.k.a. The Darling, a.k.a. D, also known as Kush, the Encourager.
Period.
Okay, those
Every
two,
day.
okay.
Every day.
Hey, so I am just a woman that's trying to help other women move forward in healing and everything else.
Okay. Well, we gonna dive a little bit deeper really soon, but we gotta take care of some things that we always do. We're gonna start off with our quote for the week.
So this week, because it's been, a little extra special with the white people acting up, we're going to come with 2 quotes. And the first one is, in order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. I'm going to say it again.
Listen.
In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you.
I love it.
Right for my whole entire life. Like, oh, so I can't hate that. All right, cool. Because hating it means you hate you because it is who you are at this point.
It defines you. It shaped you, molded you. It either grew you. I mean, and it had to have grown you because you still here. You survived it. You know what that reminded me of? The book Reflections with Mama Clara.
I haven't read that book.
You haven't?
No.
Please do. Listen,
Okay.
a queen, like, if anybody deserves a crown, hers is nice
Gotta
and
read
shiny
it.
and polished and well deserved.
Okay.
So the next quote is be honest with people about who you are, what you want, and how you expect to be treated. Standards only scare off people who aren't meant for you.
I agree.
Yes, ma'am.
I agree. I
Yeah,
like
these
that.
was all directed for me. I just needed to remind myself, so I figured I should them out.
You got to write those out and put them up somewhere.
People
I got a wall.
Yep. Put that on your wall.
People are only going to be able to treat you how you let them treat
When you
you.
scroll and you just happen to stop on stuff like that, I'd be like, Instagram save.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you.
I love
Yeah, we teach people how to treat us, and I think we forget that. But how do you treat yourself? How do you treat yourself? So how you? I'm sorry, but how you treat you is how I'm gonna treat you. You don't love you, I don't love you either. You could run over you, I want to run over you too. I want to do what you do.
Come
You
on.
did it.
Come on. Look fun to me. You
It
having so
looks
much fun
enjoyable.
doing it.
You look worn out.
We
I'm
need a
okay.
gym.
So,
I don't know. I don't think so. We gonna give her. It's a delayed reaction, yet and still it's effective. It works. I'm gonna treat you how you treat you.
yeah.
Look at how these white
Listen.
people treat Donald Trump.
Listen.
You get on my nerves, man. We ain't ready for that yet. We ain't ready for that just yet, but we gonna get there. Y'all, these braids. Y'all,
You
Yes.
better come on.
Yeah, that is a lot of.
I just had to take a moment, but no, they really just in the way. But we gonna keep it moving. It is time for the vibes. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Girl, I know my vibe. You hear me? Since yesterday,
Since yesterday.
Jasmine Sullivan came out with a new album a new EP called Hotels. Ho spelled Heaux because she fancy. Listen, the whole album is a story. She let these different women tell their quote unquote hotel, and then she sings a song about it.
No. Okay, I gotta
snapped.
get into it today.
Oh, okay. So hey, little hoes, like that type of. Yeah, okay.
I like it, but then you said like they tell their whole story, so it kind of okay.
Like, so her first single off the album was called Lost Ones, right? And she was already snapping because it's Jasmine Sullivan. But when you hear the story right before, to be like, you my motherfucking nigga. Because the chick right before, whatever, she was telling the story about how she was dating this chick, and they was engaged and had moved in together and all of this, and then she got drunk and slept with her fiance best friend.
Oh,
And so then she got dumped, of course, and she was like, I have to admit that, like, I really did lose a good one, and so
did
then
she
lost
go
one.
back to like how the old albums used to be with interludes and stuff?
It's like an interlude in between every song.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's fire,
Because
fire.
the old CDs used to do that.
but I don't have any dislike for like anything that she's done. I think it's always like a, yeah. I mean, she changes. She doesn't. I like it. Yeah, so I got to listen to that tonight. Okay.
Please do. If you get a chance, go ahead and listen. She got a song. I was telling y'all before, she got a song with Ari Lennox. Listen to me. Everything about the song is perfect.
I don't know who Ari
but
Lennox is, but I keep hearing
Shea
her
Butter
name.
Baby. Shea Butter Baby. We gonna get you together, all right?
I'm pretty sure on Pandora she comes up in the list of people that I'm listening to. I can't see it, but I don't know any of these other people's faces either, because they are Lil Nas X and I'm saying all those new people. I don't know their faces.
I thought you was gonna say you confused.
I
Lil
know,
Nas X
like
with
what?
Ari
What's
Lennox.
happening? I don't know how we jumped
these
on
people's faces, but I be like, oh, that's her song. Okay, cool.
But they got a song together, and when I say, like, first off, normally, well, what we've been seeing is when two people get on a song, one person got a verse, and then the chorus, and then the next person got a verse. They sung the whole song together.
No.
Like, the verses was mixing, they was harmonizing the whole time. But the song, the subject of the
Listen,
song,
I'm over here like-
the title was called "Own It," right?
Wait, like on it, like O-N or O-O-N?
On
Okay,
it.
got it.
Like, I want to sit on it. I want to spit on it.
Ugh.
I need
that's
me a
giving me
bow-legged
Janae-
hood
Janae
nigga
Aiko
with
vibes.
9 inches. And I'm like, Jasmine.
Because Janae Aiko was straight whole vibes.
But you gotta hear. That's why you have to hear Ari Lennox, because she does that, but it's hid. It's like an old R. Kelly, where it made you think. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, in one of her songs, she said, "Don't date these niggas till you're 43." Listen, okay, you gotta listen to her.
Yeah.
It's hidden, like where you just be like, okay, man, you gotta listen to her.
Yeah.
She's a vibe too.
So, yeah, that's my vibe of the week.
Okay. So I just been undecisive, so I kind of got like 2 vibes. So my first vibe, I just got to brag about God because he just been like popping up and showing up and stuff. And I been like, I asked you to come in the room, but thank you for
Weird
coming.
like
Okay.
that.
But so right before Christmas, I got a phone call, and it was just like, okay, so I need you to step in this position. And it wasn't like they asked me, but they kind of told me like, thank you for doing this. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess we just gonna do it. So it was pretty much God telling me at that point, I'm tired of waiting on you to do what I need you to do. I'm just gonna force you at this point. So Thursday, I did my first virtual Bible study led by me. So I'm finally a leadership and ministry.
I got some class.
Oh, thank you.
I was extra nervous or whatever, but it was a super, super dope conversation. So for the next 7 weeks, we'll be doing a series called The 7 Deadly Sins, but it's all straight talk. Like we're gonna definitely back it up with the Word of God, but we also want to be like, I can be able to sit down and talk to them like I'm talking to y'all. So I'm
Don't cuss,
excited.
though.
No,
Don't cuss.
The,
I know.
the pastor daughter. In
Yeah,
there.
don't. Well, she probably cussed too, but
Not on the Zoom calls because we'll text.
yeah, okay, yeah, that's different. That's you ain't got to show everybody everything.
Listen, but the conversation was super, super dope, and just the first thing that, because I was like, okay, let's just jump into it. She was like, no, let's start it off slow. So I'm learning, but it was what's the top 3 things you're looking for in dating and a relationship, and of course, we all are children of God, right? We all saying, I'm like, he gotta be foreign. I gotta be able to take him out of public, and we said all that stuff, and she was like, so y'all don't want to be equally yoked? And I was like, you know what? You ain't gonna jump right off into it and just throw me up. But
Wait, you just start off with he got to be fine and in public?
I ain't said that was number 1, but I gotta be able to look at him. I have cut somebody off for nostrils that was too big for their face.
Wait, what?
Let's just be, transparent.
They had a pepper nose? Bell pepper nose?
I don't know what it was. It was like craters of nostrils in his face. I didn't like
Okay,
it.
I never.
going to sleep.
Okay,
Nah.
I never.
I'm going to sleep.
I
I ain't
couldn't.
Man, I thought I could cut people off for nostrils. Okay.
Yeah, but so that was my first vibe. I'm really, really excited about my new, transition into this position. So I'm excited about that. And then my other vibe is Brown Skin Girl by Beyonce. That song has literally been on repeat. Tyler told me to turn it off. He was like, Mama, please. I can't focus in school and I got on headphones. Noise canceling headphones. But I've been spending time with myself completely naked. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually,
yeah.
like everything. Like I'ma love me completely and I need to be honest with me completely, and I've been just playing that song. So it's been my vibe.
Okay.
You know how I feel about a Beyonce.
Listen.
So
That's why I've just been over here quiet and calm. Like, it feels good. I don't even want to turn in my subscription because I got my free 7 days for 2021. I ain't even ready to turn it in. It's been good so far.
subscription to what?
2021. You get your first 7 days for free.
I missed that joke. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about to like title or something.
No,
God
it's the
damn it.
first 7 days. I'm at 9 at this point. It's not.
It's the 9. It's
I
9.
already bypassed 7. I'm on 9.
So you let it go ahead and take the money out.
Yeah.
You doing monthly or you doing yearly?
Well, I'm being led by God, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let him pay that bill. I'm still gonna cuss though. Still gonna cuss.
Oh, me. Oh my God, I have so many vibes right now. But definitely God will be number one. God is really pushing me. So God is really pushing me to an uncomfortable zone. And I know that's when he usually does that when it's time for me to move. And so I'm okay with that. So for that reason, my number one thing is I'm doing everything that's uncomfortable. Dating is uncomfortable. This podcast is uncomfortable. Being naked is uncomfortable. Being with having a man touch me or even think anything of me is uncomfortable. Everything is uncomfortable. A new career is uncomfortable. Everything. Just me thinking I'm about to build a house is uncomfortable. Everything is uncomfortable, but I'm doing that. So I don't know what song would go with that, honestly. Okay.
That right there is
okay, but yeah, I'm definitely doing everything that's uncomfortable because that's what I tell people. So here's the thing with being uncomfortable. Life is uncomfortable and it's unpredictable. But once you are stretched out of your comfort zone, there's no way you can go back there because you don't belong. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to do everything that's uncomfortable to me because that's how I grow. So that's what I'm doing. Okay.
That was your gym.
That was a Mario coin.
So, yeah, that is what I'm doing. So, it has been a great... 2020 wasn't bad to me, honestly, because it pushed me like heck. Mm-hmm. So, I enjoyed 2020. A lot of great things happened in 2020. I'm looking for better things in 2021. So.
You know what's crazy?
This episode finna crack.
We just gonna ease right in. I love that we changed the vibe because that's gonna ease us right into the topic. It was so crazy. I was in the shower and I was thinking of this was a couple days ago. I was like, I'm gonna prepare ahead of time what my I am statement is gonna be, and I realized my I am statement last week was I am unashamed. This week it'll be another word, and I was like, this is finna be my year of like I'm finna start stripping back everything that no longer serves me. Like
yep.
So remember when we first started P3, we were saying how we want to remove all the labels. We pulling back the band-aids and the layers. Like, so that it's been in process for a long time.
Yeah, I'm
like
finna
bad
get it. By the time I'm done, I'm gonna be a goddamn beam of light.
And that's what you want to be. Listen, life is so long, but it's so short at the same time. And if you don't die tomorrow, you still got another chance.
Come on.
And that's what's on my mind every day.
Every day, starting over.
Every day, I get another chance.
That was an episode.
So
I feel like we be right. We be on it. We be.
And that was an episode as well. We also talked about the hoes.
Yes, we sure did. Oh, goodness.
Okay, so I kind of want to. I mean, you see it. It's here. One of them.
I was going to say
5 journals.
I have 5.
Tell us about that.
I have 5 journals. So, in 2018, of course, I became a widow, and I picked a new journal to write in, but I didn't find a journal that resonated with me, so I picked a plain journal, and I created little sections in it. But in the journal, I talked about healing. So I talked about things as if I was there already.
Okay.
Come on.
And so I talked about healing. I talked about love. I talked about encouragement. I talked about joy, and I talked about grief. Those were the main things that were in that journal. And so with that being that, I wanted to create something. My grandmother always said, if it doesn't exist, create it.
Yes.
So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew that I wanted to do something. And so people talk about God coming to them in this roaring voice, and it didn't come like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm depressed. I'm sad. I have anxiety, and all I want to do is sleep. And I'm just begging to die. And I don't know what to do. And I'm just like, why won't you let me die? What do you want me here for? What the hell? Just something. And I go to sleep one day in my depressed moods, and it just came up like, do what you always done. What the hell does that mean? I just heard it, and it was so soft. Okay? So then another few weeks, because I'm still crying out and begging, like, why am I still here? I'm still mad. And then I'm asleep, and it says a journal. That's it. And I just popped up. Instead of being mad, I just wrote it down. And that always stayed on my mind. A journal, a journal, a journal. But there's plenty of journals. Mm-hmm. How would your journal be different? I went to the journal I've been writing in. What's in here? Okay, write that down, So I just started writing down everything that I was putting in there. And I was like, well, what if I create like a healing journal and put different things and ask series of questions and then they could write? But then, damn, Joy is in there. This is in there. So I just created a series of journals, and I named it Expressions of Me because, like, some quotes are in there or some journal entries are in there, but I kind of disguise them as quotes. So, yeah, but my next one will be really raw, my next project. So I'm okay with that. I just wasn't there when I created this, but I had to do something. I had to get it off of me. So... yeah.
So, when you said that you didn't hear the voice of God until after you became a widow, for me, I was always told that you won't hear the voice of God until He's got you completely by yourself. Because at that time,
oh my God, yeah,
your full undivided attention, and the way God is going to present Himself to me is not going to be the same way He going. You know what I'm saying? So when we out here looking for God to present themselves, I can't be like, well, Aziza said that He came in X amount of clothes and He was beaming of a light. He might come and sit literally right next to me.
Oh my God,
today.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it might be that moment to be like, so did
I think I
her
probably
voice change and her head spin around?
yeah, like now that's a I don't know if that will be the voice, but no, I get what you're saying. But I think I probably heard him before. But here's the thing. We all have been given things and we think that we're not worthy of it, or we think that we can't do it, and we think about self-doubt, and I'm sorry. and we just so because of that, it creates a fear in us and we don't do it. So I can't say that I didn't hear him before, but I didn't pay attention until I was broken and there was no one else to listen to. I had nobody. They left me. I was by myself and I had to figure it out. And I knew that I had to rescue me. Nobody was coming for me, because if so, they would have been there already. They weren't.
We just gonna end the episode, right?
I'm sorry. They weren't there.
Wait a minute. Let me just.
They weren't there. So I had to create my own lifesaver and save my own. And I just told God, if I get out of here alive, I'm pushing every day, everyone that comes to me in my circle. And that's what I try to do. I do.
Listen. So I was a part of the Zoom conference that you had for the releasing of your book.
Okay.
And that entire day,
thank you.
That entire day, first of all, I had to go to work, right? And I was like, I'm gonna miss these couple hours of sleep because I need this. So it was a Sunday.
It was a Sunday because I love Sundays.
Listen, that whole entire day was a revival for me.
Okay.
I went to my actual church was Zoom that morning. I did Zoom that morning, and then I got invited to go attend the ministry. One of my closest friends was a returning minister after falling off and coming back.
Okay.
And it was just like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna visit. I'm gonna hear the word of God in person, and then to come home and to hop on that Zoom, and I felt like I had church again.
I like
it
that.
It was like, okay,
I like that.
3 times enough, bro. Right? So I came in. I believe her name, Jasmine Sims.
Oh yeah,
she was just starting.
Jasmine Sims is amazing. She created that poem for me. So she actually did a spoken word at my wedding. So she actually seen my whole transition. She saw everything, and then also, I used to be under her father, that her late father, and he was amazing as well. But death pushes you like you wouldn't believe. To me, Jasmine has always been like amazing. Like when she first started doing spoken word in church, I'd be all on the floor trying to get her. Like, I'm gonna be your camera person. We gonna be out here. But the thing is, like, because death it paralyzes you. So Jazz too, she slowed down and then she picked back up. But the piece she did for me, I was crying.
the whole energy in that Zoom, even the people that was in the Zoom. Like, I looked at them nosy. I'm like, who all in here? 'Cause I don't want to just be opening myself up. And I don't know these people. I don't trust these people. But just seeing you, seeing Britt Nicole, Leah was in there, El Renee was in there. I was like, oh, this
Yeah,
this
the queens was in the building.
Like, oh, I can be me.
Yeah, I want people to be open though. Make this your year of openness. You've closed enough. You've kept off enough. You held off enough. You know, listen, if someone is a, shitty person, they're just a shitty person. And a lot of times we try to keep things because we don't want to be hurt again. Hurt is a part of life. You can't avoid it. It's going to find you either here or there. But if you face it, you can stop fearing it. Stop fearing it. You can't think about it. You don't fear what you face. When they be sending them bills, you be like, you know what? I'm just gonna call. Can I get a payment? Oh yes, we've been waiting. I only got $25. We'll take that. How often can you pay? Thank you. And here you are, scared of what? Man, listen.
So let's go get that car.
Listen, whatever it is, do it. Do it. Nobody knows how long we got. And I would rather have a lot of stories of risk than stories of regret. I'm taking every risk I can.
So, what?
I think I'm just here to push the button. I don't even. I'm like,
what made you decide to do? I mean, I know you said God spoke to me. He said journals, but so many people go through life experiences and they be like, "I'm gonna write a book." We looking for a book.
I know you gonna get a book, but it won't be like a. Mine will be a self-empowerment book. That's the project I'm working on next. What kind of book? Like, what did you?
Need is what she's saying.
Oh, I needed this journal because I'm getting.
So I went to journal because I always buy journals. I buy other people's journals, and then I'm a journal person. I'm a writer though. I'm a writer because I'm always trying to learn something new. I'm always listening to something to expand or grow my mind. It's a lot of stuff. A lot of conversations or stuff I don't listen to. So a thought or something could come to me at any moment. So I always have to write it down, or I need my recorder, which I forgot today. But so I could go back to it and hear it. And then I got to hear it with me. And then if it's something that needs to be learned, like a Bible scripture, then I follow up on it. But I'm always writing in somebody else's journal.
I'm sorry.
How about I create my own journal? You know what I mean? And so this is just my first baby. I just had to get this out. But I'm going to redo this as well at a different time. But I will. Journals will always be a part of me. Just because this isn't my first trauma. This is my first trauma out loud. No one was there when my mother was on drugs. Nobody was there when my abusive father. No one was there when I was living with Graham. Nobody was there when my best friend got killed by her husband. Nobody, you know what they didn't see all of that. They just saw the public one, which was when he passed. I had been going through trauma. Or like when my pastor passed that I've been under for years. That sucked the breath out of us. But what are you going to do about it? Are you going to die with them? Are you going to live beyond them?
I just want to knock something over.
Don't knock nothing over.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. Leah is going in.
What's she doing?
Leah done said, how is y'all not doing laps? Listen, you see how
I love you, Leah.
She got the running emoji. She got the crying emoji. Oh, she said, Jesus.
Listen, I was like, okay, so I'm not going to put my face on the Zoom because I was over there with tissues. Like, okay, I'm going to write something in the comments. I'm just going to put something in the chat. But
no, I want people to be open. I want people to be transparent. Here's the thing, though, about being open, and this is why I say it. If you tell your truth, someone else can't tell it with a lie. Mm-hmm. People always tell something with a twist. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like, yeah, she dating, but you know, that ain't none of your business, first off. But how about I tell it myself? But how about I tell it myself? The person that it is can tell it better than who's telling it.
Right.
It's not even yours to tell. But we hold our truth so much, and it can actually help somebody. It can heal somebody. And that was my thing. I'm not holding this because I probably don't. I know I'm not the first, and I know I won't be the last. But it paralyzed me so much where it pushed me. It pushed me. And I can't go back there. I don't belong where it pushed me from. So I have to go forward. I can't go back. Nothing belongs to me there. Sorry. I love y'all.
We're going to have to get the boom, like the bomb, like, okay, period, because
I don't know what. I'm just here at this point.
I'm sorry.
So one of the most common things people ask is, well, how did you do it? How did you, because everybody is going through something.
Of course.
Well, what did you do? How did, you know, like, because people ask me all the time, I'll be like, my healing process has been going really, really good. Well, what are you doing? I'm manifesting that I'm healed already. That's literally the
Self-talk is so powerful. Is that right? Empowering. Thank you. It's so empowering. It is so important. It is so, it doesn't, it won't, and when you do self-talk, it won't return void. You spoke it out into the air. Why do you think it will come back void? Insufficient, I think it is, when you try to use your card at the bank and ain't no money. It will not come back insufficient. It will give you sufficient funds. When I was writing in my journal, I was writing pain and I was writing about progress that I wanted to see. I wanted to see me in love again. I want to see me with real joy again. I want to see me heal for real. I want to see me encouraging people. And I wanted to be able to tell my grief, my side of grief, without me crying all the time. Without me going back to that place, to that day. But I had to get healed first.
I'm trying to.
So I sat in it. I sat in it. I cried when I needed to cry. I isolated when I needed to isolate, but I was already rooted in something. My root was in God. And I don't know if you ever seen it, but they could cut down a tree all they want to, but them roots then went so far, I wasn't coming up from there. Because if I wasn't rooted, I would probably be in jail. I would. I was so angry. Where I just wanted people to have pain like me.
I'm over here like,
I wanted people to have pain like me. I want them to bleed like I felt like I was. I want them to be on fire like I was. I did. And then I thought, you could either grow from it or let it destroy you. I felt like it destroyed me so much, where it just made me so vulnerable and so naked, where I was so embarrassed, which is, it sounds crazy. I was embarrassed. I felt like I failed when he passed. So for you to be planning a life together, for you to be always with each other, and you felt like you found your one, and then they're gone. I didn't even know how to turn on the TV when he left. I didn't know how to operate any of the digital anything, any of the tech, nothing. I didn't know how to do any. That's another reason why I didn't watch TV for almost 2 years. I didn't know how to turn it on. He always did that. DVR, sound system, all of that. I never touched any of that. I didn't drive his car until mine was destroyed. And even so, I just shook so bad. So there's a process. But the thing is, honestly, I was rooted. And I started doing everything that made me uncomfortable. The day I picked up, I got him cremated. The day I picked up his ashes, I was hit in a hit and run. They hit the back of my car where I just placed him at. No one knows that but my cousin. I'm on the way to pick up Daddy's son, which is my dad, who I take care of. So I'm picking up Daddy's son. My cousin just happened to call, and I'm just screaming. They didn't hit me, they got robbed in the car. Da, 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 da. She just like, where you at? On the way to Daddy's son. Da, da, da. So the man get to me, and he's like, who else in the car? I'm like, my husband's in the car. Now, I don't know. I didn't look at it. I went to pick it up, and I just put it on my shoulder, prayed, got in the car. But I'm already shaky. So I'm thinking he's all over the back of the seat. And you know what they going to do? Vacuum him up. I started vomiting. I instantly got sick again. So I lost the car. They totaled that. A few weeks later, someone stole my phone, which had over 4,000 pictures of us, all the hospital transition, all the little notes and texts he was saying. And then my job ended for the summer. So I have no money. I have no cell phone. I have no car. God, what else do you want? Or the enemy, what else do you want?
Right.
So I thought it was the enemy, but it was God. So they both want you, but the enemy wants your mind. God wants your mind too, but he needs your body to do his work.
Listen, I heard a quote this morning, and I think it was Jonathan McReynolds, where he said, you won't go in cycles until you learn the lesson. Because if you don't, the enemy will learn the lesson for you and then use it against you.
And I'm not doing nothing twice. If I can help it, I'm not doing nothing twice. You ain't touched fire twice. You found out it was hot the first time. No, I don't want to do things twice. Now, if it's beyond my control, there's nothing I could do. But if I can help it, I don't do things twice. Meaning friendships, relationships, jobs. I don't do things twice.
She better talk to me.
I don't do things twice.
Directly to
No,
me.
I don't do things twice, no. Because if you are my friend, you will always be that friend. If you are my man, you will always be that man. I don't have to tell people that I am a woman.
Come on.
I am always acting as such. Therefore, I shouldn't have to tell you to be a friend. I shouldn't have to tell you to be a man, so on and so forth.
Listen, you got the comments going.
Do I?
I'm over here like trying to be still. I'm over here.
You got the comments.
I know they usually
crazy.
only see me for a minute. Listen, I do appreciate y'all. So, yeah.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
When did you know that you were making the progress? When did you feel that you were making the progress?
You want me to be honest? When someone told me about my late husband's people and I didn't have a reaction. So it didn't end well with them. And thank God, this year will be 3 years. So that was in process in itself. But so kind of like when you first get a burn. It hurt for like a few days. Now it then probably blistered up, so it's kind of bugging you again. But then eventually it scabs over. So I felt like people kept bringing me back things that they said, and they kept ripping my scab off. Every time it healed up. Rip, and I'm like, shh. So it hurted. And then, and besides losing the car, the job, him, the phone, I lost them. And it happened all back to back. And that made me even angrier. And see, we think people want to do suicide because of we think people want to do suicide because they lost a job, right? But it's deeper than that. So I came to you and I did this job for 12 years, and you could just look me in my face and let me go. Yeah. But you acted as my friend. So for people to act like something to you and then for years and then act a certain way when something else happens, that lets you know. But I feel like everything was ripped away from me and I had to deal with it. Okay, so now what do you do? Because I'm so uncomfortable. It was such an uncomfortable state, but I had to cut off the people that kept bringing me back things that they were saying. And it wasn't and I didn't do it just like bluntly. I didn't do that. I just kind of phased out. I just needed time for me. So the first year, I felt like he gave me a few people to lean on. The second year, nope, you need to be by yourself. What I'm trying to do for you, you can't keep depending on people. You know that. So I just more so use the people for getting out. The enemy gets to you when you're isolated because you're by yourself and you're left with your thoughts. That's how I ended up with the gun in my mouth. I was by myself with my thoughts, thinking about how they did me, thinking how I no longer want, thinking the pain was so great that I would rather be gone. I needed to kill the pain. The only way to kill the pain was to kill me. Only thing that probably stopped, I forgot how to pull the gun. I know you got to pull it back before, but I couldn't remember on this one, and I couldn't find mine. But you never forget how it tastes in your mouth. So when people would tell me about them and it no longer activated a emotion in me, was when I knew. And even I've seen them a few times, and I don't double back, I don't blink, I don't reach. I go on about my business. I go about my business because I've done my part for me. They have to do their part for them. And I think we always think that we need closure from somebody. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. So since I didn't, I feel like I had to find my own. They have to do the same. And it's not to be like arrogant about it, or I don't do things twice. So I did have there was a moment when I did try to like talk it out and figure it out. And it went away. I didn't. So I have like, when you know the old you, when you go back into certain situations and it begins to spike the old you got to get out. You got to get out. Because anybody that changes your character for the bad, those aren't your people. So you have to get away from those people.
Those are the toxic people.
Yeah.
Those are the truly toxic. We talked about that.
Listen, I asked.
Some people only have drama, though, to talk about. That's their excitement. That's their encouragement. That's their life. Other people, business, and drama. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't remember the exact question that I put in the chat for that Zoom, but I left knowing that it was the power of my no. And knowing that blood relatives doesn't always equal family. And that it's okay to cut them off just because it's familiar. I was like, so y'all just gonna confirm for me what God already been telling me, but I ain't want to cut people off because it's like
you crazy not to cut people off.
And that's my brother, and that's my sister.
If you don't cut them off, if you don't cut them off, start cutting off pieces of yourself. Literally, cut off your fingers, your hands, your arms, because that is what you're doing to yourself. You holding on to people that's cutting you anyway.
Just start. You might as well wrap it up pretty
I'm
and
sorry.
give it to them in a gift bag.
I'm just no. And the thing about it is, it's always going to be family. Strangers ain't got the up on you. They don't know you. It's closest to you that harms you. Let me tell you, if when I told someone that's really close to me that I thought would be excited, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a journal. Da, da, da. You know what they said? Oh, okay. That wasn't the first time. I'm like, oh my God, I'm late for doing my morning minute. Da, da, da. Are you still doing that little thing?
Ooh. It's
If
real big
I
for me,
would have quit then. You know how many people come up to me and just are like crying or excited, and I gotta explain with somebody that don't really know what I do because they don't follow me on social media, because I'm getting all new friends. I'm getting all new family.
Come on.
It ain't gotta be by blood. It's gonna be by love with me. I'm doing whoever loyal, whoever respectful, whoever is in agreement and alignment with where I'm trying to go.
Period.
So when people come up to me and they like, da-da-da-da, you had said this one day and I had just lost such and such, and I'm like, I'm sorry, how are you doing? Like, what do you need? What steps are you taking? Because when I suppressed it, so the thing is I had to handle his service and everything like a business. I just had to handle it. I had to do it. And then they talked about me because I didn't cry at the service. I couldn't. I don't know where my emotions were, but I just couldn't. I was vomiting and pooping more so. Mm-hmm. So, and I had been crying for months. Like, so, I don't know. I just knew to be a representative of him. That's all he ever said, that we represented each other. So I came in looking my best. I came in head up, shoulders high. I just came in strutting. And I just tried to represent as best as possible. Here's the thing. If he was here in other previous services we had went to together, when people be all sprawled out and he like, they can't hear that. They should have told him how they felt before they left. I always made sure I told him how I felt. I always made sure I prayed for him and prayed over him when he was asleep. We did everything we wanted to do. He owes me nothing. I feel like as if I owe him. So if he is the way that that has pushed me and got me out here to help other women, to be in front of women, so be it. Let me do it. Mm-hmm. I don't mind sharing. We don't want to share, or we don't want to be transparent because of what people think about us. At least it's about us. I'd rather you think about me than talk about me. You could talk about me too. That doesn't bother me. They talked about Jesus. And soon as somebody get in trouble, it's mama, then Jesus. I'm going to call his name. They could talk about whatever they want to.
Go ahead. Because I'm over here just trying to catch a breath, okay? I'm over here like, ooh.
I tried to prepare myself because we've had talks.
We have.
And it'd be like,
listen. Sister
for whatever
reason,
reason,
lashes and ministered 2 hours. I'm gonna go.
I did.
We done came and went on the steps. We had to go somewhere, and we was still talking. I was like, I need.
And
lashes
I was in the house
now. I'm gonna need this ministry of lashes every week. Thank you.
We done took our little trek up the 3 flights, and then like, oh, this is nice in here.
Yeah.
I hope y'all don't mind. Look, I hope y'all don't mind. I came all the way. Like, sure, I ain't even asking, but come on in, honey. Oh my God. So it's hard because I consider you family. You are my circle.
Oh, absolutely.
It's hard for me to hear you say the gun in your mouth.
Okay.
But you, in that moment, not doing it helped save me on several other days. Because it could have been a day where I was like going through it and I just didn't know how I was going to get, you know what I'm saying, through the rest of the day. And I done literally pulled up an old video.
I love that. People send me videos and I be like, what the hell was I talking about? What was that? But what people don't know, my videos are only a minute because a lot of times I cry before them. A lot of times I cried after. And so what I just honestly openly admitted to somebody is that I wasn't bitter, but I was still broken when I started doing those. But I didn't want to wait until I was healed. I think healing is a process. It's a journey.
Always.
So I'm always going to go through healing.
Always.
I'm going to always need healing. So I don't think you will ever, by the time I'm completely healed, I'll probably be on my way out. But I just felt as if I took myself out, the pain would be gone away. But then there's pain that you leave for other people.
And that's a blessing and a curse. Because in that moment of, I'm going to hurt somebody else by doing this, you are you know what I'm saying, thinking about what they're going to do and how they're going to feel and how it's going to change their life. But at the same time, you're not even really thinking about what you are feeling. And in that situation, it was best.
But it's the escape. So anyone that has ever had suicidal thoughts, I can tell you right now, it's the escape you're looking for. Whatever it may be, it's the escape. And you have to have been there to know that it's the escape. That's what you're looking for. Something is too heavy, or things have just become so burdened you down so much where you need to get out. And you feel like that's the only way out. But what it does is it leaves pain for others, because if you're going to do it, you're going to do it, and you don't leave a note. Okay? But then I had to think differently. Crying out for help. Even one day I blacked out on the floor because I was pooping and vomiting so much, and I was so dehydrated and didn't know it. I don't know when it was that I got up. I don't know how long I had been down there. I had to get myself up, and I had to go into the hospital. But those are it's a lot of things that people didn't see. I could talk about it now, but I was embarrassed. I felt ashamed. I felt overwhelmed. I thought it was stupid that I was feeling depressed, that I had anxiety, that my therapist diagnosed me with PTSD. Is that right? Okay. Which I thought that only happened to people that are in service, and it's not. And she said a lot of people that live in urban neighborhoods have experienced it. What do you mean?
Right.
So, but all of it, the worst thing was I had to pick a date for him, a death date. That weighed the most on me. Who the hell am I to decide when somebody get out of here? That made me sick. Everything made me sick. But I also was there when he was tired. I was also there when he couldn't no more. I was also there knowing that he was tired of taking medication and tired of this. And it was some nights we have a whole house, and I had to carry him up the stairs. Or clean them up, or listen, if you want to be a wife, you're going to have to pray on being a wife for real. Because I never thought about death, and I never thought about through sickness or health. So here's the thing. On the day of the wedding, I'm so excited. I ain't hear nothing. All I knew was it's been a while since I got some. I'm about to tear it up, and it's going to be legal. Let's be honest. I got to be open. I got to be trans. It's under the laws of God. This is what he wants. That's all I could think about. 34 days after we got married, he started going to the hospital. He didn't go to the hospital 7 years all while we dated. Never went. I never knew how his diabetes really was. Never went. 34 days after we got married, he started going. And my mom said she had a thought, but she never told me. Because he started going frequently. The thought was, he gonna die on my baby. She never told me to after. Yep.
I can only imagine the journey to get to now, to speak about this and not cry at every moment. So like, I just want to acknowledge that, you know what I'm saying? And I know we kind of at this point in time have a thing about being called a strong black woman, but listen, strength sometimes is all we got, or sometimes it's all we eventually have,
and sometimes strength is showing that vulnerability. I'm still strong in my weakness. I'm still strong while I'm crying. I'm still strong whether I'm standing, sitting, laying out on the floor doing the cry baby. I'm being strong because I'm showing who I am.
And crying doesn't mean that. I used to think like crying means you're weak. You know what I mean? Like, I got a lot of brothers and I got a lot of family, and I just, we just didn't cry a lot. I didn't see that a lot growing up. A lot of fights. You were, and just we were really tight. And my grandmother raised me, and I only seen my grandmother cry twice. That's it. Excuse me. I only saw my grandmother cry twice. Excuse me. So it really wasn't in me to do, but I didn't understand why she didn't. I just think now, like as a mother, you don't have time to get sick. I ain't got time to cry right now. Like I didn't have time. But here's why I tell you to handle it and to start to heal from it. When I did go back to work and something came over me and I'm freaking out and I'm having a meltdown and nobody know what's going on, somebody mentioned her husband. And because I was seeing somebody, I think that's what helped save my job. It wasn't that I was trying to be angry or rude or what do you want? Like I don't know. It just came, but because I didn't handle it at first, I was just trying to work, push it out my mind. Staying busy. But the moment I stopped, I didn't even have to stop. He always was there, all just on my mind. I'm just wondering, did I do everything okay? Was he pleased with me as his wife? Is there something I could have done better? Is it something I didn't see? Is it just all these things just run through your mind? And that's where our biggest battle is. It's our mind.
Definitely. So one thing that I've learned is that we think of grief as someone physically dying, but we need to learn to grieve friendships. We need to learn to grieve jobs and you know what I'm saying, different things that we go through in life. So grief is a constant thing. We're always losing something.
True. So
when we say grief, I don't want people to think that grief is just, oh, this person died. No, we grieving consistently. So, and I'm gonna say this,
and I think it lasts longer when we don't deal with it.
Exactly. I want y'all to get all these journals, okay? Don't think you can't get the grief because you ain't physically.
Grief is my favorite one, honestly. Grief or healing, those are my favorite ones.
Sometimes you need to put yourself in a state of grief because that old person that you used to be, or that person that you are now, that you're supposed to be moving forward to be somebody else, you need to grieve them. Let that go. I love when you said, like, I was pushed, and you know what I'm saying, I was pushed out of the place I was, and I don't fit there anymore. I was stretched. I'm too big for that now. Sometimes literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? I'll be eating donuts and shit. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm too big for where I used to be. I can't go back to I can't go back to being her because that ain't, like, she not supposed to see this part no more. She not supposed to see 2021.
We grow out of
who I am right now.
School,
exactly.
School, college.
Exactly. I would look crazy walking around with pigtails and ribbons and barrettes in my hair. You know what I'm saying? I would look.
Unless you role playing, but that's
even then.
Yeah.
It's a little creepy.
Yeah.
A tiny bit.
But it does. It paralyzes us and then it pushes us. But it depends on how you want it to push. Because I too, like everyone else, and like I said, I could be open. Who gonna do something? I tried it with alcohol. I tried it with, the only thing I didn't try it with, I would say, is like sex. But like anything that would keep me, just because I didn't know anybody. But if I knew somebody. And then the people I did know, they didn't see me like that. Like, not that they didn't find me attractive. They was like, no, you don't. That ain't what you want. Yes, I do. Give it to me. I'm not doing that with you. What the, you know what I mean? So people were just so respectful of me, the guys I did know, that I was appreciative. And I did try one part of it. We'll talk about that later. But even that, one day I just got up. Like, all right. He was like, what? Yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't like it. You don't what? I don't like it.
I
don't like it.
Solange.
Yeah, I did. I tried a lot of things, but it didn't fill any void, and I didn't feel anything from it. I was so numb, trying to do all these things to be number, and I still had to be here. I still had to take care of Daddy's son. I still had to figure it out. I still had to save myself. And I said, don't destroy yourself before you save yourself.
Give her another one for that. Yeah. Just save myself before I destroy myself. I only been speechless a couple times because I talk a lot, right? But this is a ministry. Like, where can I get a book? Like, besides, like, right now today.
I have books on my website, which is www.justduanna.com. And I also have them on hand. But listen, I paid for the site. Go visit the site. But even if not, I do have it online, and I do have them on hand. So, and I'm just trying to be out here. I have to outwork myself. So, any vending, I'm just trying to be there with that. That is my first product, but it is more to come. I just have a lot that I want to do. When I honestly return, I want to be empty. I want to be empty. My husband had so many things that he wanted to do that he didn't fulfill. He went back half full, I feel. So he didn't get to fulfill the promise that was laid out for him. But because he didn't know, or he wasn't educated on how to take care of him properly, mentally, spiritually, physically, all of that, the health got the best of him. And wealth isn't going to matter if you sick. I don't care how much you pay for medication. You listen, it's not working. Call your family.
Wow.
We have to take care. We have to be healthy spiritually, mentally, physically. You can't think about it. When you sick, you don't want to do nothing.
Right.
You don't even want to talk to nobody. You don't want nobody touching you. You don't want, let me lay right here. Feel like I died a little bit.
I mean, I'm too tired
I'm
to go
too
to
tired.
sleep.
Too tired to go to sleep.
I ain't never heard of that one.
Too
but
tired.
I felt it, but I ain't never described
I'm always like, oh, I'm so tired. So tired. So tired.
That was me last night, though. Like, you know what? It's too late to go to sleep. As tired as I am, it's too late.
Too late to go to sleep. That's how I felt at 3 in the morning. What is gonna happen? Huh?
I've been waking up in the middle of the night every night. 3:30. I'm up like.
Text me. I be at work doing
You be nothing.
something. I be doing something.
I used to sleep for 30 minutes to an hour, and everything happened. But I'm now. Some days I get 4, some days I get 6. But yeah, I didn't sleep at all. And that's the thing. Like stress. Stress does so much to our body that by the time it comes on the outside, we don't realize it, and it's too late. It's just too late.
We definitely hold stress in our organs.
Yeah, and I don't want to do any of that.
will
I want to
stress
live
yourself.
free. I want to be free. And if people aren't for me, just let them go. Like, honestly, I don't think that it's difficult. I think that we make it difficult because we try to hold on to history.
You just gonna keep punching me
Sorry.
right in
Both
the
was at the same
face.
time, like-
Sorry.
I'm over here like my eyes is blinking. I can feel them, and I don't know why. What are you doing for yourself now? I know you got the books for. I mean, this was an expression of what you know, your journey. What are you doing for yourself now?
Like,
to take care of you, because I know you talk about taking care of daddy's son.
oh yeah.
You know.
So, okay. So we got 24 hours in a day. I try to use 20 of them, at least 18. So my day starts at 4 o'clock. I'm using all my time. So before I start taking care of daddy's son, I take care of me. So I'm up at 4 o'clock with either prayer or meditation. Or either I am doing small exercises and getting ready to go to the gym. But while I'm getting ready, I'm listening to something encouraging or motivating. So that'll take me to about 4:30, 4:45. Then I go get daddy's son up, get him started. While he's headed to his bathroom to do his thing, I head to the gym. More me time. Come back. Make sure daddy's son's straight. Make sure he got something to eat. Then we head out the door, and then I come back to do work. After I get off of work, go get daddy's son, make sure he's straight, and then I go back with me again. And so after me, and then I start working on something for me because I didn't work for somebody all day. I do not go to sleep without working on something for me.
That's a word.
I don't. I do not go to sleep without working on something for me. I don't care if it's an idea. I don't care if it's a sentence. I don't care what it is. I do something for me before I go to bed. Here's the thing, and this was what I just told my sister Robin. It sucks, but I don't know about you guys, but my family doesn't have a legacy to leave. My grandmother has one house. She can't leave to 500 people. Mm-hmm. My grandfather, I don't know what he has, but he remarried. So that's going to go to his wife and her people. Mm-hmm. And then you have my parents. My mother has a position. My dad is not in position. Neither are my siblings. Who else left? So I'm going to do everything I can while I can and while I have the strength. So T.D. Jakes said, you divide in the morning, you devour at night. So in the morning, I'm working. In the evening, I divide with my people. Because we try to do stuff when we're too late. When we're too old, when we're too old and when it's too late. Mm-hmm. If I would have just started when I was 30, if I would have just started when I was 20. I didn't have all these. I had some experiences when I was 20, but I didn't know how to get it out. Mm-hmm. So I used to write. But then you think about it, we all have it in us. We have the recipe. Mm-hmm. Now sell it.
And add tax.
That's fire. So just from the few things that you said in answering that question, to me, it says that it's important to take moments at any moment, whether it's 30 seconds, 30 minutes, 3 hours, whatever. Take that time for yourself. Mm-hmm. Even if that's just a nap.
Yep.
Even if it's an extended bath.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's... Okay.
Oh, I love bath days. I don't care if my dad is down there yelling for something. If my timer ain't went off, it ain't time to get out. Okay, he gonna have to wait because I made sure he was straight before I got in. Mm-hmm. Now what he need now ain't none of my business. Mm-hmm. Okay, mm-hmm. They gotta wait. So I do like kickboxing. I do another fitness class. I read for an hour a day or 30 minutes a day, and I only get mad for 30 minutes or frustrated. I think that's my biggest thing. This year, I'm trying to go down to 20 minutes. The other day, I did like 25. Here's the thing. We hold on to things longer than we should have. We know that. But really, frustration and anger. So somebody can cut us off, and we cussing them out for 42 minutes. Or me. Or somebody could say something to us that's wrong, and we hold on to it for 2 days. Somebody could, whatever. That's their expression. Mm-hmm. But your response is you giving your energy to them and accepting it. You don't have to. I give myself 30 minutes to be mad about it. Because I would never get this day back. Mm-hmm. So I let somebody I didn't know or that I did know takes a day from me that I can't get back. Mm-hmm. That's too much. That's too pricey.
Yep.
It's too pricey. So I give myself 30 minutes to be mad. And then I get over it. And how I get over it is... my favorite is absolutely YouTube. I can't wait till I'm on YouTube. So I look up anything that's encouraging. So like my favorite will be soldiers coming home to their families. I love seeing that. I'm crying. I'm in it.
Too.
I love seeing like when parents start to see like their baby's first walks. Or it can be a wedding and the dad see his daughter for the first time. Anything that's joyous, that's what I'm looking up to get me because once my 30 minutes is up, it's up. Now you got to find something to replace it because you just missed 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Take it. Take it. And start at an hour. Start at 2 hours. Start wherever you need to go. But when all this happened, I was so mad and so angry for so long. I lost count of what day it was. I can't never get those days back. That sucks because if I would have died in that moment, I always think about what my obituary is going to say because the death took me there. Because I thought writing a paper was hard. Writing an obituary is harder. Because how do you put 100 years of somebody into a few pages, some paragraphs?
And half the paragraphs is just telling about the family members.
And everybody want to be, no, well, my name should be here. And I should be, if you don't sit your entitled ass down.
It's crazy because listening to you talk, right? And I never... like we talk about healing all of the time, and I don't ever really express like my healing journey because for whatever reason in my mind, what I've gone through is not really comparable to what other people go through. I feel like it's a weird thing. Like I always listen to other people's story and be like, man, if you strong because you survived that. And it'd be like, I just kind of skated through life. But no, I survived every fucking thing that was meant for me.
Celebrate that. And we don't celebrate enough.
Yeah.
So my birthday is 6/23. I don't care if it's 6:23 in the morning, 6:23, party. Party.
I do too.
I don't care. Celebrate. If you completed the task that you put ahead of you today, celebrate. Daddy, son doing well, celebrate. Listen, I am trying to live like a human party.
Yeah.
But a healed one. Mm-hmm. Because when you're not healed, it comes out your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy. Well, it's not crazy. I'm going to stop saying it's crazy. The things that I love who I am right now more than I ever have in my life because I have literally overcome everything that I've ever faced up to. So now I'm at this point in my life where I have to start taking care of my mother. Okay. This is a different journey. Oh. It's hard as shit. And I've only really been in there for like 2 weeks. But I understand like this is where I'm supposed to be right now. And like you said, that frustration, like it's frustrating to have to take care of a whole other person.
The position change.
But it be over like that, like, cause this my mama.
That's it.
And not that she didn't do anything to, like, she didn't live a lifestyle that put her into where she is now.
She just lived.
She lived.
But my father did. My dad lived so reckless, I'm not even sure how he made it to 60. But here's what I do know. I get one mother, one father.
Exactly.
And the reason, and people will always wonder why you're blessed. You taking care of your mother, you're a giver. Now, I don't know if other people stepped up, but nobody else stepped up with me and Daddy's son. And the person that did, I felt like it wasn't right. Now, he wasn't the best. He was the most okayest dad, but he's mine. And when time does come, I'm going to be okay. Because I did what was supposed to be done. You are never going to get a reward for taking care of your parent.
Nope.
But they didn't get a reward for taking care of you.
Exactly.
All them little fingerprinting them noodles. Where they at?
Son's in the garbage because I ain't like it.
See what I mean?
I took a picture of it and sent it to my mom.
But it's no reward for taking care of your family. It's no reward for that. But as much as my family irritate me and I feel like we're so dysfunctional, a lot of this is for them. And it's for me too. But a lot is for them. Like during COVID, we were 9 people to a house. 8-9 people to the house. I ain't care about that. That helped with my healing too. To have people, because my daddy's son don't talk a lot. He'll say yeah, no, I needed more conversation than that. I needed more. Taking care of parent is hard, but the biggest thing I would say is remember to take time for yourself, because it will get overwhelming and it will get challenging. But now that I have like Daddy's son on the schedule, he know, hey, she ain't coming down for a little bit. Then I come down, check on him, make sure he's straight, do some little things with him. We probably do a crossword and then go back up.
Yeah, and it's crazy because as much like it's an adjustment for me. I mean, it's only been almost a month where I'm now living in, right? Over the last maybe year or so, it's kind of been like just a check in here and there. And I realize it's crazy because I realized like we should have been in there.
Yep.
Like this should have been going on, but I'm grateful to be there now. And I'm not I wouldn't trade it for anything else. I wouldn't be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't do this no more. You know what I'm saying? So while there's no award, it's still very rewarding to me.
Yep. Yep.
Because I would I wouldn't put the care of my mother in anybody else's hands, especially somebody outside of my family. You know what I'm saying? And luckily I have siblings that are still willing to take care of some of the load. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's definitely a blessing. Absolutely. But it's challenging. It's no award for that. It's no award for that. There's no ceremonies. Every now and then somebody will say something, but I'm not doing this for them. I know who I serve. And then when he started calling out everything, well, sir, I did it. Yes, you did. Sir, did that too. Yes, you did. I don't want that on me. So yeah.
I didn't realize that we had been talking that long, but we about to get kicked out.
Okay.
Are there any? Make sure y'all get these journals. Okay. I'm gonna read the back real quick. Expressions of me. You know what? Let's see all of them. So this is part 4, volume 4, healing.
They're in no particular order, really.
And then you said you have. Look at this. I love this. So you got love, grief, joy, and encouragement. And you can buy each of these separately or as a bundle?
Yep, you can buy them separately or as a bundle. www.justduana.com. Also follow me on social media. On Instagram, I am Leading Lady D, and on Facebook, I am Duana Barn. No, I'm Duana Glosson on there. So.
Okay. And so she also sell lashes.
I do sell lashes. I sell Vtox. I sell brooches, and more things to come.
I need some more blinks. Because these came from...
big blinks.
These came from hair store.
Okay. I got you.
I got medium blinks, but I be loving my medium blinks.
I got small ones today, too. I can't see them. I'm not getting any air. I'm not getting any air from these. I'm not getting anything.
So, it's time for us to start wrapping up the show.
I don't want to do it yet.
Do what?
Thank you guys for having me on, ladies. I truly appreciate you.
I know.
Y'all know y'all always got me.
We need a part 2 ASAP.
We gonna work.
It's
That's
crazy.
gonna be like the little $40 button on the ATM. It's like, ding, ding.
Listen, straight up. So we have to move into our section called "Don't Let This Fluffy Shit Fool You." Do you have one?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
And I'm proud of myself because as she was talking about the 30 minutes, I probably only gave this happened this morning at like 5 a.m. I probably only gave it a good 10 minutes, honestly. So y'all know I be working. I got maybe 3 hours of sleep yesterday because I went and did something with my mom that she was like, I need you to go and I need you to go. And I'm like, but I gotta go to work and I'm gonna be tired. But I went and I did that and I didn't get a chance to eat because I was too tired to eat. So I didn't eat yesterday. I didn't sleep yesterday. And I went into work and I was fine. I was calm. I had my headphones in. I was watching YouTube. A natural makeup for black girls. And you know, I'm trying to escape from being in there and let the time fly. Some little Asian lady decided to walk up at exactly 5:05 a.m. and apparently, I don't know what she said because I had my headphones in. She walked up, she said something. I took one out and I said, "What'd you say?" "I'm sorry, I didn't hear you." I'm a material handler, so I thought she was asking me to bring her something. So I needed to hear what she needed me to bring her. Instead of her repeating herself, she decided to start reaching over me and start removing the stuff that I was working on in the station. Apparently she needed that particular station. And once I figured out that she needed that station, it was just like, oh, okay, that's fine. Where else can I go? Because like I said, I'm a material handler. I was in their department helping. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to be disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Another lady came up and she was just like, oh no, we need this station for the particular order we're finna run because it has some little whatever setup kit over here. So I'm like, okay, fine. But as I'm trying to figure out what she needed and where else I can go so I'm not mixing up what I've already processed and what still needs to be processed, when I say the lady started reaching like this close to my face, grabbing and unplugging shit, snatching stuff, and my personal stuff was right there.
Did you beat her up?
No.
Okay.
I still have my job.
All right.
But in that moment, I literally, only thing I could do was I grabbed my car keys and my phone, and I walked over and I said, "What's her name?" I was a whole white woman. I said, "What's her name?" And the lady was like, "Oh, I don't know." "Oh, you don't know her? Okay, that's fine. I went to somebody else." I said, "What's her name? Why? What happened?" And I told them what happened. It was just like, "Oh, she's always like that. She's rude and her attitude is horrible." That was all I needed to know. I went and I didn't write a letter, but I wrote an email. I included my direct supervisor on third shift. I included her direct supervisor on first shift, and I included the manager for everybody. I CC'd him as well, and I explained to them what she did and how this needs to be a conversation for everybody, because if anybody else try me,
Try Jesus.
it's gonna be a
'Cause I
problem.
throw
After I sent my email, I went and I said, "You know what? I'm gonna take a break because I called my mama." I woke her up out of her sleep. I said, "Talk to me, pray to me, say something." And then when I lost connection, Jonathan McReynolds came back on, and it was like, "Okay, God, we're gonna play this song, make room." And I wasn't back.
But let me tell you something. Because you are trying to do something for God, you're going to be tried by different people. So you might as well get prepared. So you're going to have to learn a different way to handle it.
We've been doing this the whole
I said
time.
that's
Don't
gonna be
even
the
worry.
$40 button on the ATM for real, but it took so much in me in that split second to not put my hands around her tiny little elderly neck, but I didn't give it that much.
Yeah.
There's a different light that's shining on his children.
Come on.
And people see it. And they trying to see, like, are you what you say you are. And the thing is, it's not necessarily about being a Christian. It's about having a relationship for me. Because they took that building away last year, and I ain't been back in it since.
I ain't been back.
How did you keep the light going in you? It's the relationship, not the religion. Go. Sorry.
Another one. Yeah, all right.
Don't let this fluffy shit fool you.
That
Period.
part.
Okay, so my fluffy shit. I'm gonna pass my fluffy shit on because the way that she worded it was oh so very eloquent, and I just need to read it. So Dr. Mo, y'all remember her? She came on. Her business card says "Black woman."
Yep.
She said, "You want to know how weak whiteness is as a structure, and the people of white that maintain it are?" She said the censoring of Trump after this man been in power for 4 years, terrorized Obama for 4 years before that, and also championed a continuous attack on black life publicly for decades is pathetic. The mourning of the fall of your so-called democracy, the lame attempt to separate yourselves from the maniacal folks who attacked the Capitol, the ongoing questions about what do we do while you ignore your racist uncles, aunts, cousins, indoctrinating children in your family and in the school and churches they frequent. She said, I'm just going to say it because it needs to be said.
You better come on.
Fuck y'all.
Yep.
Embarrassing ain't enough. Shaming ain't enough. Ain't no jailing worth sacrificing abolitionist livelihood. Just a giant ass from the bottom of my heart. The honor of 1 million BIPOC ancestors. Fuck you.
Oh my.
That's because that's what Tone just did. He put his hand on his chin.
Wait, because you got. Do we still got the button to sit that dumb ass down?
Of course.
Yep, we got that too.
Yeah, tell him.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Yep.
Listen, this my thing, right? Because y'all know I'm a different kind of crazy. I enjoy watching them crazy motherfuckers attack the Capitol.
Didn't bother me none.
Not one little not one little bit.
Listen.
Because this is what you created.
I was
These are
happy to see
your
a little red light in
children,
there, though.
America.
My stimulus check, bro.
These
Push send.
These are your children, America. And the thing about it is, this is what I want black people to understand. This is the only thing I'm going to direct toward us, right? They don't attack white people because white people are having a temper tantrum. That's what the fuck they're doing.
Absolutely.
That protest is nothing but a temper tantrum. We, people of color, are asking them to change a system that is still benefiting them.
Yeah.
All of them motherfuckers climbing up the walls like goddamn monkeys.
Monkeys
will
and calling us
still-
monkeys.
will still benefit from this system.
And they probably the most colored people on the planet.
Change colors all the time.
Every season, they get an attitude. They
Turn
get
red,
sick.
green,
They get cold.
blue.
Come on.
But we have to understand that as people of color, we are asking them to dismantle the very thing that they built to keep them on top. That's why they will always shoot at us. That's why they will always attack jail. So stop trying to rely on this injustice system. But to the whites, that tore up the Capitol, keep doing your motherfucking thing. To all you surprised motherfuckers, fuck y'all very, very much.
I wasn't surprised
And
at all.
don't let this fluffy shit fool you.
I'm just saying they've been doing this for a while. They just more out in the open. It's their coming out season.
Period.
They out the closet at this point.
That's all.
They are sore losers. They don't like to lose. That's the thing.
That's it.
And they can't fight. So that's why I need a lot of them to storm a Capitol.
Yep. So
Federal governors.
you know, we got to keep it moving. We gonna turn it around, and y'all know we have to have it leave it on a positive note. So this week, our Keeping It Cute is going to be short and sweet. Shout out to another one of our guests, Kanita Hickman. She has been tearing it up in these lingerie streets, showing all of the body crazy, curvy, wavy, big titties, little waist.
Or big waist, little titties, whatever.
What-
fits
you-
me, whatever. Go ahead.
Her brand Katira is working with a black-owned lingerie store in Milwaukee called Bedroom Secrets. And when I say the pictures,
Listen.
honey out here,
Put me on. Let me
chocolatey.
see because I may,
I definitely will.
need a few
Chocolatey,
pieces.
Fro,
Listen,
luscious
I was in the
as
room trying to
hell.
figure out how she get her leg up like that and still look like she can breathe. I'm gonna try again tomorrow because I couldn't do it, but yeah.
So shout out to Kanita for keeping it cute. And I also just want to acknowledge another group that I'm a part of on Facebook called Black Girls Craft. Listen, the world is beautiful because of black women.
That's
And
it.
that's just that on that. I don't
that.
even need to say too much more. There you have it. All right. So make sure that you follow us on all of the things. Go to www.prettypluspower.com. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Pretty Plus Power. Join the Facebook group Pretty Plus Size and Powerful. Make sure you like the page Pretty Plus Size and Powerful. Email us. Tell us what you think about the show. Write us if you got a fluffy shit because we would love to read it. Write us if you have a topic that you want us to talk about.
Let me read the strawberry letter.
If you have a keeping it cute, whatever we want you to be a part of the show. If you want to be a guest, let us know. We got some marketing that we got going on. We can run commercials and everything because TDR is, you know what I'm saying, top notch, top tier.
I gotta interrupt. You can't be a guest if your name's Sparkle. You've been stalking me.
I think he blocked at this point.
I'm not on Facebook. But still, I don't want to Sparkle.
But
Oh my.
so it is time. And y'all know what it is. Go to the mirror, say exactly what it is that you need to say to yourself to get you through this week. It's time for the I am statement. And I gotta qualify mine this week. I usually just say mine and go. But I was listening to another podcast. Yeah, in-house. It was Wind Down Wednesdays, and they had Vernisha Taylor on there. She was a prior guest of ours, and she'll be coming back this month. She wrote a book, Hey Fat Girl, which we had talked about. And we were talking about confidence. And I had to realize, like, damn, I've gotten to a point where my confidence is solid. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm not feeling my prettiest, because my confidence is not reflective or is not subjected to what I look like on the outside anymore. So I had to realize that I am unwavering because my confidence is unwavering.
You keep it an un.
The year of un.
Now I feel like I got a qualified mind or whatever. But I am freed from my trauma. I had, for the first time the other day, I was able to have an open conversation with my older sister about, well, you were there, some stuff that happened back in November and some other family secrets that came out. And she was just like, I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, in the wrong, but I got questions. I want to know. I want to ask. I was able to answer every single question without a tear, without feeling ashamed. And she was just like, it's not that I don't believe you. It's just, I was here all of this time. How did I not see? How did I not know? How did you hide it? So I'm free. And it feels great. It feels so good.
My reactions are always so late because I'm really saying the things in my head. Would you like to end with the I am?
Sure, mine is I am living.
And celebrating.
And celebrating. I am living and celebrating. Listen, it's not that hard, but it is a journey. But if done right, you don't need a second chance.
Can I knock something over?
I mean,
So I am on a living spree.
This has been another episode of the Duana Barnes podcast.
The powerful is there.
Listen,
The pretty.
powerful expressions
Let me
me.
listen. I am trying to outwork me. Okay, I have all these goals and things I need to do. So use me. Okay, use me, y'all. Put me in.
I ain't gonna even lie. Make sure y'all catch her on Root to Fruit podcast today.
I
in
am on Root to Fruit
2
today.
hours. So just come back and get some more of this because who doesn't need more of this?
Because I
Real
spoke
part two right there.
over
Like,
on Instagram. Because I think Renee was like, oh, she going to be the leading lady all day. I was like, listen, book blessing business all year. And the following year. And the following year. Like,
I do. Yes.
all right.
Thank you, ladies, so much for having me. It has been fun and a joy.
Thank you. And this has been episode 64 of the Pretty Plus Size and Powerful podcast. Make sure you check us out on Wednesday for all of your audio playbacks. Go back and listen to what we was doing last year with Old Boy because we been getting our shit off. And if you knew, welcome.
Whatever you do, sis, keep it cute, sis. Leave that beef and shit on roof, Chris, I end up toothless. I've been official my whole life. I bought burners, I ain't buy lights.